Yo, what's good? We back at it. It's your boy Sid. We here to follow through with another video, and we're here on the moon sign series with the moon when it comes to the sign or constellation of Capricorn. For those of you who have displacement, we're going to start off with talking about what the moon represents in a birth chart. Now, the moon is going to show how you deal with your emotions and feelings. It's also going to show your mother or the maternal influencing figure. It could also show where you get emotional fulfillment from, as well as your family and home life and upbringing, and your ancestry lineage in terms of what they were into. So when the moon comes to the sign of Capricorn, it's what's known as in detriment, basically, right? The reason being is because it's home to the opposite sign, which is Cancer. So anytime a planet comes into the opposite sign that it's home to, it's in detriment, right? This means that the moon may have a harder time expressing itself in terms of what the moon will represent in the chart. Now, if we relate this to how you deal with your emotions and feelings, usually I would say that you guys can be or feel a bit more restricted with expressing your emotions, basically, right? Capricorn is a sign that's ruled by Saturn. Now, Saturn is a very restrictive planet, right? So this can show those of you who have displacement restricting your emotional makeup, your emotional nature, basically, in terms of even expressing how you feel. Now, on another note, if we talk about your relationship with your mother or the maternal influencing figure, usually I've seen that the moms was more so about work, career, status, things of that nature. It could be her reputation. And this is why even in your upbringing, you may have felt like you were kind of restricted from receiving the emotional fulfillment that you would have needed or wanted from your mother, right? Now, the mother, I always say with displacement, could have been someone who was providing for you material wise, which is kind of what Capricorn is associated with. But again, that emotional bond or connection may have been missing because, again, the mother could have been about that work life and stuff, right? So just keep that in mind. Now, where you get emotional fulfillment from is the same manner as your mom's. A lot of times, the ways that we are come from our parental figures, basically. So you would also get emotional fulfillment through your career, through your status, basically, through building yourself up, as Capricorn is the highest earth sign, right? Earth is about material, being practical, pragmatic, you know what I mean? Stability, things of that nature, right? Building a foundation. So let's talk about your family and your home life and your upbringing. I always say this too, similar to those of you who have Saturn in the 4th house, as well as Capricorn in the 4th house. It's the same type of energy, right? Now, those of you who have these placements, it's basically saying that you are the responsible and reliable one when it comes to your family, right? This can also be the ancestors as well too, for those of you who are more so into the esoteric sciences. But Capricorn is responsibility, reliability. It's a very traditional sign, and the moon represents home and family, right? So this is why I say that you guys are the responsible one. You're the staple in or amongst family and home life, right? The solid one, right? You may also be a bit rigid kind of when it comes to how you like your home to be at times, since you're kind of like the authority type in this area. And if we want to jump down to your ancestry lineage, right? Capricorn rules over the government. So some ancestors could have been either a part of the government or people that were like their own bosses, had their own businesses. They could have been very traditional people. And Capricorn also rules over like CEOs. You'll see that Capricorn also rules over general laborers. So some ancestors that you may have had could have been in that field, you know what I mean? So there's a lot of things that, you know, Capricorn can deal with. I'm not going to go too deep right here, but just keep that in mind. Also pay attention to any aspects made to the moon, as this will change some of these areas or add more to the stories in terms of the topics that we just talked about. You can also pay attention to what's going on in the 4th house in terms of the sign that's on the cusp of the 4th house and the ruling planet of the 4th house, right? You got to compare all these signs. So the moon sign, the 4th house, and also if you have any planets in the sign of Cancer, all of this will talk about mother, home, family, upbringing, ancestry lineage, how you deal with your emotions, feelings, things of that nature. So this is the end of the video. I appreciate y'all for tuning in. We got more videos coming soon. Peace.